Hey Internet, this is Gunter with MiniMishaps Games, and today we are going to be working miracle magic with plastic on 3D printed minis. Okay, so the year is 2014, and you have just supported a Kickstarter for micro 3D printers, and you have procured one of the very first available at-home pricing for getting off retail shelves 3D printers that exist. There is no liquid resin 3D printing yet. There is no any of the really high-tech machines that they have now. You are so excited that it's 0.35 millimeters is the nozzle size, and you're super excited that it can do 60 millimeters per second. And you've got your basing plate and all of your heating elements installed, and you are ready to go. And you make these minis from STLs you find on free spots for such things. And the minis are so awesome, they're so much fun, they're so wonderful until they break. They are very light, even printed solid, they are brittle, they break very easily on the casting lines, and so in fear, you pack them away until such as the time when you want to show off 3D minis from the time of yore, which is today. So I actually am going to be, I've got a little case of minis here that says homemade, and we're going to pick out a couple of these because back in the day, so we've got kind of a fighter, a little mermaid here, and then another maybe rogue or ranger. So the thing about these 3D printed minis from the early days of plastic is that they're porous and light, and there's a lot of air in them. And so today we're going to go back for some of these old miniatures, and we are going to pour 2-part liquid plastic through them and around them. And one, it's going to shore them up for how strong they are against the base and how well they hold up to being stored, and also it's going to smooth out the print lines, because in the technology that we have now, print lines that are this noticeable are pretty egregious, pretty sinful, and so the liquid plastic is also going to help with the mold lines. The nice thing about the thermoset plastic that I have is that the 2 parts will set. They go from being mostly clear to mostly opaque, and you'll actually be able to see against the green plastic of the minis where the liquid plastic has soaked in and through, and where it's filled mold lines, because we're going to have these white lines and areas where the plastic is. So for these miniatures, what I've basically done here is I've taken 3 little Dixie cups, I've cut little notches on the top and bottom, not top and bottom of the cup, but the top and bottom of your view here, so on opposite sides of the cup at the very top. I have then got a couple of pieces of wire, and I have strung the wire. I'm going to put it through in the case of the mermaid, she's going to hang on out by her tail, and the other 2, the wire is going to go between their feet, hang them upside down by the base, to let the liquid plastic drip through, move through, and connect to as many surfaces as possible. So you can see that I poured the plastic over the mermaid, and I'm going to just do the same over the the second guy there, and since the mermaid was freestanding, she fell in. But the nice thing is with this popsicle stick, I can recenter them in the middle of the cup so that they don't have big blobs of plastic where it connected to the side of the cup. So them being freestanding in air upside down allows all of the liquid plastic to move through and drip through and wick along all of the surfaces in and out and through. And so there you have those 3 minis. I'm also repairing a little Hero Forge guy. His crossbow broke, so I'll get a little bit of this plastic as well. And then you can't see it off the bottom of the screen. I'm going to pour a little treasure chest. So then we'll let it set for about an hour. It doesn't take that long. It takes about 7 minutes before you can't work with it and about 30 minutes before it's hard. But in this case, it was about an hour and I came back. So, so you can see here just how well the plastic permeated and went through. So I hold these up and you can see the mold casting lines in the cape and stuff. And all of the figures have much smoother surfaces now. So when I prime these, they'll prime smooth and you won't have any change in painting them. So here are the finished minis. I just can't believe how great these turned out. And yeah, so we basically reclaimed 3 minis from 2014 that now I can paint them up. They can go back in the box and I don't have to worry that they'll grind against each other and break off at parts because this thermoset plastic is in and around and through, and these guys are solid now. So alright, that has been a little plastic magic, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you like what you saw, go ahead and subscribe, and you can support us on Patreon or buy me a coffee, and we will see you for the next video. Thanks, Internet.